proper bread and butter pudding, and this one, made with several orange marmalade sandwiches and stem ginger, is packed with sweet and zingy flavours. I'm going to start by making the sandwiches. I'm using brioche bread already sliced, and I'm going to make about 7, and then the marmalade. And of course this is a lovely bitter marmalade which is going to work really well with the sweetness of the brioche. Just put a spoonful onto the bread. There we go. And then just spread it out. Try and go right up to those corners if you can. And this is a great way actually of using up day-old bread if you've got any. There we go. And just put the other slices on top. And then once your sandwiches are made, and we're just going to cut them into triangles. So make sure you use a large serrated knife for this, because we want to saw through the sandwiches rather than squash them. There we go. You can go into quarters if you like, but I quite like halves, I think that's fine. Now I've got an oven-proof dish here that's just been buttered. And then just lay the sandwiches in. You can be as neat and tidy as you wish, or you can be relaxed and casual if you'd rather. Pop them in and try and make them fit fairly snugly. And once the cream mixture goes in, it's all going to flatten down. So there we are, let's pop that aside. And I've got 2 balls of stem ginger here, you know that's in syrup, and I've just chopped it really finely. That's just going to go all over the top. It's going to add texture and that fantastic warm flavour that ginger gives. And now for the custard. I've got a large bowl here. I've got 3 egg yolks and 2 whole eggs. And it's quite classical to use a combination of whole eggs and egg yolks when you're making a custard, just so they thicken a custard really nicely. And now for the vanilla, I'm using a pod, but you could use extract if you prefer. And just run the tip of your knife all the way down the length, and then just open it out and use the tip of your knife just to scrape out those seeds. That's what we want. So I'm going to add those to the whisk, just run it against the wires. Same with the other side. And now I'm going to add some double cream and some milk. And then just give that a good whisk together. Now that's well mixed, I'm just going to pull back the pudding, and then I'm just going to use a ladle to help me to distribute it evenly over the top of the bread. Just go across, trying to make sure every bit of bread gets a little bit of the custard mixture. Now you really want the custard to soak into the bread, so if you've got time, give it at least half an hour, or if you really want to get ahead, you can cover it in cling film and then leave it overnight in the fridge. And that's all of the custard on, so I'm going to leave it for a little while to soak. It's a good time now to get your oven preheating, and you want it at 180 degrees C, that's gas mark 4. Now the pudding has rested, and you can see that most of the liquid's been absorbed by the bread, which is what we want. I'm going to finish it off with a little bit of demerara sugar over the top. Just an even sprinkle. And we're using demerara sugar because it's quite coarse. It means you get that lovely crunchy topping on the finished pudding. There we go. Now that needs to go to the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes until it's cooked all the way through and lovely and golden brown. And our pudding is cooked and it looks and smells amazing. So make sure you serve it while it's still hot. It is our delicious marmalade sandwich bread and butter pudding.